Welcome back. Happy Sunday. I hope you all are having a really great weekend. As you can see, I have not put away my Christmas tree. I plan on having it put away at least by Valentine's Day. That's, my typical time frame as far as getting my tree put up. Hopefully, we'll get it done sooner, but until then, we're going with the Christmassy vibes and sticking with the Christmas spirit. So today is day 5 of my 31 days of tarot challenge where I answer a random question every day. I think today is probably my last day of using the Celtic cross spread, which I've really enjoyed. I have my little layout here where it has the positions and the meaning of each position that I can use for reference. Um, like I said, I've really enjoyed using the Celtic cross, and I think, in the future I'll continue to use it. But for this 31-day challenge, tomorrow is the start of a new week, so I'll probably pick a different spread. Just a reminder, the goal of this 31-day challenge for me is to answer a question every day. And hopefully by the end of January, I've gotten a little bit better at reading the cards and you've enjoyed my journey a little bit as well. We're all having fun here. With that being said, I'm sticking with the Tarot of a Moon Garden today. It's the weekend, so we're having some fun. I really enjoyed reading with this yesterday, even though it did maybe trip me up a little bit. Since it is the weekend and I have a little bit more time, I also want to use my Wild Unknowns archetype oracle just to get a general sense of the situation. Both of these are mass market and you can get them on Amazon. I also have, let me see, my reference book that I can use in case I need it. Make some space. So I have that available. I have used it. Hopefully I'll get off book at some point, but then, you're never really off book. Each one of the things that I find really interesting and valuable is with each tarot deck that comes with a guidebook. It's really nice to be able to read the creator's interpretation of each tarot card and what it means to them. And it really just provides further context and insight and really deepens the connection with the tarot, which is really fun. So I think I'm ready. Let's pick out our question for today. So just a reminder, I'm using the Ultimate Tarot Practice Questions. This is available on Amazon. I'll link it below. There's also a book with 2,000 questions. This one has 366, so gives you one a day for every day of a year if you want to make that your practice. I apologize if you hear my dogs walking around. They're a little bit active today. All right, so let's pick out a question. Aletha. I have a huge crush on a handsome guy at work. We bumped into each other by accident in the coffee room. I felt a spark between us, but maybe he was just being polite. Is a date with him in my future? So, I love reading. And I want to start out, let's make some space here. By referring to the oracle and getting, just a general energy and sense of the situation to see if, to give us a starting point, get us an idea of the vibes. What deeper lessons are there out there for us to learn today with Aletha? One thing about this deck is it is a little bit harder to shuffle. They kind of stick together. For me, it's a little unwieldy. I'm sure there's better ways to shuffle it out there, but I think the more you touch it, the more you use it, the better. Okay. The bridge and the father. Let's read both. They both popped out. Okay. Let's clean up this mess. So for the bridge, the connection, the link, the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, and personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our lives, relationships, ideology, histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. So interesting, she bumped into a coworker in a copy room, and we pulled the bridge card, which is about building connections. Now looking at card number 2, the father. This is the great father, the masculine, the protector. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. The champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. So I feel like maybe this is a reminder to maybe not put this guy on a pedestal, right? It's always fun to have the element of a surprise connection, and the beginnings of something is always really exciting, but you tend to build a story up in your head, or you can, and maybe that ends up putting this guy into some otherworldly, unattainable aspect that, he could never really achieve no matter what happens. So interesting. I mean, it feels good that, there's the energy of building a connection and, staying grounded. Let's see what the tarot has to say about it. All right, so as a reminder, I'm going to lay out the cards face down and then take them one by one as I read them and interpret them. So Aletha is wanting to know about her love connection, and more specifically, is a date with him in her future. And what I would rather frame this rather than is a date in the future. Maybe it's, do you want to get to know him more? What can you do to position yourself and get to know him a little bit better to even see if you want to go on a date with him? So card number 1, this is the heart of the matter. 2 is what is influencing the situation. 3 down at the bottom is the foundation or the root. Number 4 is the past. What's coming to an end? What energy are we moving away from? Number 5 up above is what's on your mind and what you want to know, what you already know. Number 6 is the future. What are we moving towards? What lies before you? And I once again did not give myself enough space. All right, so card number 7 is our lesson. Card number 8 is the path, the journey, what progress you're making. Card number 9 is the advice from the tarot. And 10 is the outcome, what will manifest if you continue on this path. So we'll set aside card number 2 until we are ready for it. So let's look at what the heart of the matter is. And this is the Page of Pentacles. So, the Pentacles, they deal with earthly things and material things. So maybe Aletha is very new at her job. Maybe she's very young in the corporate world. They bumped into each other by accident. It's very new, right? And pages are very young and very open to trying new things, which is what I'm getting from this Page of Pentacles. Let's look at what is influencing this situation. The Three of Pentacles, also, about career and worth and wealth, taking action. It's a very young card, very low in the numbers between 1 through 10. So very early on, there's something to take action on. If we look at the foundation or the root of the issue, we have the Four of Swords. I just realized I have not been showing you the cards. Who's the Four of Swords? Fours are very stable numbers, and this is a very meditative state. Maybe, she's overthinking it. We have the Three Swords up in the air. Maybe these are accomplishments. Maybe it took Aletha a lot of work to get this new job, and now she's contemplating maybe she should not be trying to build a relationship with somebody at work. There are dangers in that, especially if you were newer on the job, or even if you aren't newer on the job. So to me, this is taking a moment to pause and reflect on the foundation. Like, you need to be stable before you try anything else. It's interesting that the stability card is down here at the root. If we look at the past and what she's moving away from, what's coming to an end, the Two of Cups, which is, a card it's interesting. Maybe this is, something she does need to leave behind. Maybe this is speaking to a relationship just ending. Maybe Aletha has a boyfriend or a very recent ex that she's leaving behind. This card is to me, of lovers coming together, or of people coming together in an emotional connection, which it's interesting that this is in the past or coming to an end. So I feel like there's something else there that is leaving her open to a crush on somebody at work. Now, if we look at card number 5, what's on our minds? It's the Queen of Wands, which is a card of, she's passionate, she's witty. The Black Cat is, kind of talks to having multiple suitors. She's very fiery. So maybe she's just left a relationship and she's looking for something new and a way to express her passion. She knows she wants something out there, but I don't know, maybe somebody at work is not the right choice. All right, card number 6, the future, what lies before Aletha. The Knight of Cups. He's very passionate, a lover. There is somebody in her future that will give her what she wants and fulfill her emotionally. maybe it is this guy that she's met in a copy room. Overall, looking at the energy, I see some doubt and some thoughts. I do feel like this is probably a relationship that has recently ended with her, and that she's looking for something new, someone to match her energy and her passion. And maybe she's feeling a little hurt from this ending of this relationship, and that there is a lover out there for her that's will take her on adventures. Knights are people who move fast and take a leap. This guy's leaping off what looks to be a hill, or jumping into the air. He's going for it. So we've gotten a general sense of the situation, the near term, the here and now. Let's see what the path is and what we're doing about it. So the first card in the staff is number 7, the lesson. And this is the high priestess. And the high priestess makes me think that she really needs to get to know her higher self a little bit. Maybe she needs to do more internal work. Maybe she's feeling fiery and passionate because of this relationship that just ended, and she needs to work on herself a little bit and find what really matters to her and connect to a higher sense of self. The high priestess speaks to what's inside ourselves and behind the veil, and speaks to being able to manifest some magic. And she's connected to the moon and the water. In this deck, she's a mermaid. In the Rider-Waite-Smith, her gown flows and turns into the water, and you can see that water running throughout the whole of the major arcana in the background. So she's connected to all of the cards in the major arcana. Card number 8 is the path, the journey. What progress is she making? And the Emperor, the King of Kings. I find that interesting. We have the Father, the Emperor. The path is to find somebody who makes her feel fulfilled. And he's the protector, she wants somebody who makes her feel loved and stable. This person in the past that she needs to let go of has made her doubt a little bit. Maybe that's what the 4 of Swords is speaking to, that she's been hurt in the past and she needs somebody who's a little bit more stable and somebody that she can feel safe with. Card number 9 is the advice. The Fool. So to me, the Fool is the beginnings of a journey. He does not have much baggage with him in the Rider-Waite-Smith. He just has a little bag that he's carrying. On this in Tarot of a Moon Garden, the Fool is dancing, carefree. We have our little dog companion to know that, the universe is with us along the way, that we're never truly alone, that we're all connected. So I think this is a call to maybe go for it. Do some work, find out what you really want, get to know him a little bit better. But if you truly do feel like there is a connection, start down the path of this relationship, all while being aware that it is a workplace relationship and that there are risks. So, the outcome, what will manifest? All 6 cups standing there on a line. 6 is hopefully when I play this back that there is some audio and it's not all completely terrible. I don't know when my microphone stopped working, but we'll see what happens, right? This is all for fun. So the 6 of Cups, is the one past the 5. So you've gone through a conflict, you've gone through a change, and you're really seeing the growth from that, the realization. You've gone through the hardship and now you're seeing some of the fruit come from that. So I really feel like if going on a date with this guy from work, coffee room guy, is what she truly wants after some self-reflection, that, maybe it'll be a good thing. Maybe it'll be good for her. It may not be the love of her life, the guy she spends the rest of her life with. I would feel more so that if it was the 10 of Cups. But, this is the 6 of Cups. Like, it could be a positive experience for her. It could be a good thing. This one was fun. I hope you're all enjoying this as much as I am. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying this Tarot of a Moon Garden. This one might be one of my favorite decks right now. I've only used it the 2 times that you've seen it, really, and I really want to sit with this deck and read the guidebook and really dig into this a little bit more. I'm really excited about that. If you have any questions on my process or what I'm doing or my reading or any feedback in general, let me know in the comments. Or if you have any questions that you want me to try to answer, no matter how silly, let's have some fun with it. Leave a comment, shoot me an email. I hope you all are having a really great weekend. I hope you all have a great week up ahead, and I will see you again tomorrow.